I don't want nobody to keep my matter. I want to be silent. But enjoyment is plenty. But then it's you.
All the way in Switzerland, and you're tuning into the Black Fire Radio, and you're listening to the African Diary Show with Cathy. Massive. Stay tuned.
I don't want nobody to keep my matter. For this life I want to be celebrated. Don't wanna waste my days, I want to spend them on enjoyment. Listen to you, but darling, it's you. All you want to everybody. As I did that, start to move, you smoke and I go, just they bounce with the groove. Look how you do. If you lose God, I go bounce with your book. I can vouch for my group. I'm telling you, and to the do, lifestyle of a group. Make you dance to the look, and to the look, and to the look. And say, if it's not enough, if I do 99 good, go read. Don't know how to show you my love without backing up. We talk about you and no baby. For me, you love.
Me grabale, make you know they shall I don't want nobody to be my pantake. For this life I day, I want to be celebrated.
Don't wanna waste my days, I want to spend them on enjoyment. Listen to you, but darling, it's you. All you, everybody. Do me like I take tramadol. Don't want to feel nothing at all. Feel like a juju calabar. Give me moral like I be bouncer. Paragon. Let me higher, don't want to land you. But so now I don't understand you. I no matter what I do, it's not enough. If I do 99 good, don't know how
to show you my love without backing up.
I am faded.
Baby, nobody make you know they shall I don't want nobody to be by my side. For this life I day, I want to be celebrated. Don't wanna waste my days, I want to spend them on enjoyment. Baby, nobody make you know they shall
Greetings and salutations, Matthew and Ross, all the way in Switzerland. And you're tuning into the Black Fire Radio, and you're listening to the African Diary Show with Cathy. Massive. Stay tuned.
Good afternoon, my good people. Karibuni sana to another episode of the African Dairy Show. My apologies. Yesterday we were not able to bring you some of the shows, but yes, it is due to some unavoidable circumstances, and we had the hitches with our lights, but they came back and we were able to do the Rhythm Scoop show. But anyway, karibuni sana once again. I see Miss Vibes in the building. Karibu sana. I see Radical Kenya. Karibu sana. And to all those who are joining us from YouTube and Facebook. Asanteni sana for joining us, and make sure you keep it interactive with us to the end of the show. Shout out to the Damas FA, Karibu sana, and to all those who are just joining us. And I hope you had a wonderful weekend. You had a wonderful Monday. If we did get to see each other, and you're having a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. It is exactly 13 minutes to 2 p.m. right here in Nairobi. You can as well let us know what is the time on your end, and how is your day going so far. We are doing all right here in Nairobi, and the weather is fine today. Yeah, that's what I can say, but we don't know about the next minute. It might be raining, but anyway, karibuni sana once again. On today's show, we shall be talking about what is happening in Timbuktu, and also we shall be getting to see what is happening with Niger. I'm seeing right now in Niger, there are cool leaders that repel law against migrants smuggling, and we shall be talking about that later on. We shall be talking about a different thing that is happening in Sierra Leone, and remember, in Sierra Leone there was an attempted coup. Was it on Monday, or was it during the weekend? Probably, but yeah, there was an attempted coup in Sierra Leone, and we shall be seeing what the president has to say about the attempted coup, because it is affecting them as a country. And later on, as we get to continue, we shall be talking about the ex-first lady of Zambia, that is Miss Lungu, and her trial has already begun, and we know in Africa is where we don't get justice, but I'm hoping this time we shall be getting justice for the people of Zambia. As we get to continue, in South Africa, people are claiming that Ramaphosa's speech was written by a chatbot, and we shall be getting to see that. That's a funny one, because we keep on saying that these people, their speeches, they never write them. These speeches are written for them, and they just have to go and read it. And now it's true that now we already have an answer to what is happening. They go to the chatbot, they just ask for a speech, and that's it. But anyway, moving on, we shall be checking on what is happening in Uganda, because I'm seeing Uganda is receiving $150 million loan from China to improve the internet. A lot of questions over that, but we shall get to know more about it. Karibuni sana once again to all those who are just joining us. Remember to keep it interactive, and remember to also tell me what you think about the matter as we get started with our show for today. Shout out to Nicholas Moretti. Shout out to Zitran Starkid, and to everybody who is there with us. And I hope you are enjoying our show so far. We started off with an amazing jam. That was Banner Boy. The jam is it's plenty. I hope you did get to jam and to eat as we getting started. But we are going back to one more jam. I'll be back with our quote of the day, or the wise words of the day. And in case you have a quote of the day you'd love to share with us, kindly feel kind enough and generous with enough to share your quote with us right here. Shout out to Totila in the building, and I hope you're doing great on this wonderful Tuesday afternoon. But you can as well let me know how is your day going so far. This is Omale. The jam is reason. Get to jam. Remember to come back with your quote of the day.
I don't know what to run for right now. I'm in love with the baby fire. Mercy out there.
What are we doing, my dear, my dear?
As I've been driving
Only time brings us a different smile. What is the reason you could not have your own piece of mind? Are you waiting for now? Are you doing this thing to survive? Are you taking the pictures of memories of the life? What's the reason why we're still out here? My quote of the day says, if the plan doesn't work, change the plan but never the goal. If the plan doesn't work, change the plan but never the goal. What are we doing, my dear, my dear? I surrender you myself. My hands are in the air. Only time brings us a different smile. What is the reason you do not have your own piece of mind? Are you doing for now? Are you doing these things to survive? Are you taking the pictures of memories of your life? What's the reason why we're still out here?
Greetings and salutations, Master Hughes Andrew Robinson, all the way in Switzerland. And you're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio. And you're listening to the African Diary Show with Cathy. Madison.
Yes, welcome back to the African Diary Show. I see Lawrence Mwendo are with us. You're saying, wow, karibu sana. Thank you very much, Plug, for joining us. And to all those who are just joining us, karibuni sana. In case this is your first time joining us, this is the Black Hot Fire Network. And of course, this is the African Diary Show. My name is Katie, and consider following us in case you're new on TikTok, in case you're new on YouTube. You can as well subscribe to our channels over there for amazing content and great discussions. But anyway, as we get started with our show for today, I want to talk about what is happening with Uganda. And this is about Uganda planning to get $150 million as a loan from the Chinese or from China to improve its internet. And this is crazy because right now we're talking about trying to decolonize ourselves and trying not to be recolonized. But what is happening right now, these puppet leaders, they are putting us in situations where we shall be under the rule of the Chinese, under the rule of the white man. You know, this is crazy because Ugandan's finance ministry has announced plans to borrow $150 million loan from Chinese Exim Bank to develop the country's internet infrastructure. And I'm like, no, Uganda has lived without the internet for the longest time. How, why do you feel the urge of taking $150 million loan from the Chinese bank to build internet, to bring internet or to improve internet in your country? You've lived without the internet, and I'm not saying that Africa, we should not be developed. Of course we should, but what do we need to be doing to get developed? It's not taking money from the Chinese, it's not taking loans from the IMF, it's not taking loans anywhere else from the World Bank, from other international lenders. No, this is not the right way to go. I believe we have resources, and Uganda has oil. And it was last week we saw them signing a deal of how to trade their oil. So how comes that now they are not planning on using that money to develop the infrastructure or to improve its internet, but they are planning on taking more loans? This is so crazy because the more we're taking more loans, the more we're leaving our generations indebted. Because right here in Kenya, we talked about a loan that in 50 years we shall still be paying. Now imagine, who are we talking about? What generation are we talking about? And this is crazy because these puppet leaders, they go and take loans without the concerns of the citizen. But Uganda's ICT minister and Junior Finance Minister presented the proposal on Monday to the Parliamentary Committee on National Economy. The move highlights Uganda's growing reliance on China for funding after the World Bank one of its largest funders suspended funding in August due to Uganda's adoption of contentious anti-homosexuality law. So the IMF said that it's not going, or sorry, not the IMF, the World Bank said that it's no longer going to fund Uganda because of its anti-homosexuality law. But think about this. Don't you think this is a good thing that now the World Bank is saying that we're no longer going to give you money because you owe us, or because you signed a deal that or you signed a bill, or you put a certain law that is not going to favor everyone? Don't you think this is a good thing that it's going to keep us from getting indebted? And this should be an advantage from the Ugandan people, because I believe when you have the World Bank, when you're operating with the IMF, you have the World Bank with you operating with them, it's like they are always planning for you how you'll take loans, and it's like they are forcing you into these loans, or into taking these loans. So I think it's a good thing that the World Bank said it's not going to be giving money to Uganda, but also this doesn't call Uganda for taking money from the Chinese. It doesn't call Uganda for taking money from the international lenders, because at the end of the day, who are going to be indebted? It is the whole country who are going to be asked to pay this money. It is the citizen of that country. The citizen of that country right now, they're not living a very good life. People are impoverished. Look at their states. Look at how people live in Uganda. Not only in Uganda, this is also happening in the 254 in Kenya. Look at Kenya. Right now, we're talking about how many parastatals being sold. So many of them, but nobody's talking about this because people are not well informed. And why are people not well informed? They lack infrastructure. They lack infrastructure, and this is what we're talking about. Yes, it's a good thing that Uganda wants to improve its infrastructure or its internet, but at the end of the day, do you think they are using the right way to improve its infrastructure? Again, no, because taking loans will always make us, or will always keep us indebted. But as we continue, I see Lawrence is saying it is now a relief to the Masaka kids. Uganda has got talent in entertainment, youths to benefit. So you think it's a good thing? I totally disagree with you. I don't think this is a good thing. And taking loans from the Chinese, this is, these loans comes with conditions. You'll start seeing Chinese men in Uganda trying to install the Wi-Fi for them, and you know what comes with their internet. You know what comes with this all infrastructure they built for us. So at the end of the day, it's a good thing that Uganda wants to improve its infrastructure, or its internet. But at the end of the day, Okay, family, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. We are having a terrible experience with our internet right here, but I hope you are getting to hear me live and direct. But anyway, we were talking about Uganda planning to take $150 million loan from China to improve its internet, and I think the people who need their internet improved right now it's the 254, because I bet you guys you're having troubles with connecting with me. But anyway, going back to what I was talking about, I was saying this is not the right way to develop a country. You cannot develop a country while you are in debt or with loans, because now imagine, okay, your country is fully developed, okay, so you have developed your country, but now you need to repay the loans. How will you repay the loans and continue or maintain your country? It doesn't work like this, and I believe it won't work for a country that is indebted. But anyway, the move highlights Uganda's growing reliance on China for funding after the World Bank on one of its largest funders suspending funding in August due to Uganda's adoption of the contentious anti-homosexuality law. Uganda previously took out a controversial $200 million loan from the Chinese bank to expand the Entebbe International Airport. So this is not the first time we're seeing Uganda going to China to get a loan, and we have seen that now they have a loan that is due to be paid. This is a $200 million from the Chinese bank as well. This is the Exim Bank, and the loan has been criticized by some as imposing exploitative terms on Uganda, and for sure it is. Uganda is also in talks with the Chinese export credit agency Sinosure for a loan to help fund $5 billion pipeline through which Uganda plans to export crude oil to Tanzania. You know, it is crazy that we are all working on developing Africa, but some people right here they have a goal of exploiting Africans. They have a goal of indebting Africans. It is so sad, and I'm hoping that now those who are criticizing the deal or the plan, I hope they continue with it until the Ugandan government comes to a conclusion that they will no longer need this money. Because look at it, it's just in one story. I've given you there's a $200 million loan from the Chinese Exim Bank. Also, there's this one that they are planning to take. That is $150 million loan from the same bank, the Chinese Exim Bank. And also we are seeing they also have plans to discuss or to negotiate with the Chinese exporter credit agency to give them $5 billion loan. So does this make sense? It is so crazy, and I bet this is the same thing that is happening in Kenya. We are seeing our president waking up to taking loans all the time. He's waking up to more loans all the time. Waking up and thinking, oh, we need money for this. Okay, I have to go to the Chinese and talk to them. Oh, we need money for this. I have to go to the IMF and tell them, give me money for this and this. Oh, I have this paracetamol that I can sell and get money. I have to wake up tomorrow and decide which ones I'm selling. And this is so crazy. It is so crazy because we as the citizens, we're the ones hurting. But anyway, as we get to continue with other stories, this is about Niger. And the Niger leaders have repelled the new law against migrant smuggling. And I'm wondering, who would repel against a law? Who would repel against a law against migrant smuggling? So these people should be smuggled just because they are migrants. Because, you definitely know that now this country is, these people are jokers. But anyway, cool leaders in Niger have overturned an 80-year-old law criminalizing migrant smuggling in the country. The legislation allowed authorities to take action against smugglers who transported migrants through Niger's vast desert to Libya and Europe. But President Mohamed Bazoum, who had worked with the EU to stem the flow of people across the Mediterranean, was overthrown in July in Aku, and General Abdurrahmane has since declared himself the new head of state. His ruling junta announced that is the repeal in a statement saying that the law did not take into account the interest of Niger and its citizens. It is also said the convictions handed down under the 2015 law would be erased. The move is an indication that the junta in Niger, capital Niamey, plans to assert its authority over the country's sovereignty in defiance of the international pressure. Following the coup in summer, the EU suspended all security cooperations with the landlocked country in West Africa. Joseph Borrell, the EU's foreign policy chief, joined the US and France in July by refusing to recognize Jen Tichian as leader. He also said budgetary aid to Niger would be suspended indefinitely, and it is not clear how the European bloc will respond to what is a huge blow to the strategy for managing migration flows from Africa. In 2015, more than 1 million asylum seekers and migrants tried to reach Europe, prompting the push for Niger to pass the now overturned law. Numbers reduced significantly as a result, but traffickers have bemoaned its implementation in the years that followed. In one, Bashir Amma told BBC back in 2019, if the law was eased, I would go back to people trafficking, but that's for sure. It's under me as much as $6,000 a week, far more money than anything I can do. This is just crazy because human traffickers, these people are, this should be illegal. How can you be trafficking human or people? How can you be trafficking people from your country to a foreign country, to the Arabs, and you term this not illegal? Or you say this is very illegal? One, this should be criminalized, and also these people should be punished because this is not right. Human trafficking is not right. And we don't know these people whether they traffic these people with an aim of maybe going and getting their organs. We don't understand. Hi to you too, Jiba Jaba. Hi to you too, Ansan Kenwan. And you're saying good morning, have a positive day. Ansan Kenwan, good morning to you too, Jiba Jaba. Have a positive day also as well. And also you're saying, I think they want foreigners out, make them Europeans' problem and make of the situation. I bet this is what is happening. But at the end of the day, you cannot traffic black people out of your country and say that this is illegal. This is madness. It is madness. We cannot allow this. Be it they are foreigners, be it now they are refugees. You cannot be allowed to traffic people and just call them migrants and transport them to anywhere you want. This is madness. I believe this is madness of the highest order. And calling people foreigners and they are in a black country and they are black, this is also madness. You cannot call African people foreigners in a black land. It's just like the way we keep on talking about South Africa and their madness of xenophobia, But at the end of the day, I think this law doesn't make sense, but you can as well let me know what you think about it, because for me it doesn't make sense at all. But as we get to continue with other news and updates, this is about Sierra Leone, and there was an attempted coup some days back in Sierra Leone, but right now there's an imposed nationwide curfew after military barracks were attacked. And remember, during this coup, We saw people being freed from prison, and right now they are being looked for. But do you think that they will all be arrested? Of course not. But Sierra Leone has declared a nationwide curfew after gunmen attacked a military barrack in the capital. Freetown, according to a government statement, after months of post-election unrest in the West African nation. Sierra Leone's government on Sunday said they had repelled the attacks at the military main Wilberforce barracks and were in control of the situation. Information Minister Chenor Ba assured the public in a statement on Sunday that the government and its security forces are in control. But I think people in Sierra Leone are already tired, and this is what is happening. And this was a fast coup, or it was an attempted coup. But do you think that the next time will be an attempted coup? I believe it will happen. We don't know if really now the people who are attempting the coup are the right people. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's time to remove these puppets. I don't care who is going to get there, but it's time to get rid of these puppets. It's time to get rid of them. Abba urged citizens to stay indoors as security forces continued the process of apprehending the suspects. Witnesses told the AFP news agency they had heavy gunfire and explosions in the capital early on Sunday morning, while a video shared on social media appeared to show plumes of smoke rising from the streets. Other witnesses said they had exchange of fire near a barracks in Murray town district, home to Navy, as well as outside another military site in Freetown. So it is just crazy. And right now, the government is saying that they are in control. But at the end of the day, it is about the people. It is always about the people. Is this a revolution we're seeing, or is it the same madness we saw in Gabon? Do you think that this is a real coup, or it is just a crazy thing that is happening in Sierra Leone? Are these people tired? Are they trying to get rid of this puppet? Or do you think that now there's somebody being used to go and destroy the country? But I see Jiba Jaba is saying, correct, it's wrong. They are black like me. Yeah, they are black like us. So we should not even call them refugees. We should not call them not African. We should not call them migrants. They are like us. But anyway, I was talking about Sierra Leone. Do you think that this is a real coup, or do you think that it was just a group trying to destabilize the country? Because at the end of the day, we always know there's the bad side of it, there's the good side of it, and they are beneficiaries of the whole thing. But anyway, you can talk to us. Remember, we are live and interactive on our media handles. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on X or Twitter. And also, we have an active WhatsApp number 0705 428 388. 0705 428 388. Also, those who are listening to me from abroad, our WhatsApp number is +2547 05 428 388. Talk to me. Do let me know what you think about it, and also do let me know what are your thoughts regarding whatever conversations we are having right here. And going on to the main focus of the day, this is about what is happening in Timbuktu, and it's been a long time of war or in crisis in Mali. And right now, up to 136,000 people held captive in Timbuktu, including 74,000 children. This is crazy. We don't know whatever is going to happen to them. These people might be sprayed with guns. These people might be killed with an explosive. And it is so sad that there's no help is going over there. It is just crazy. And this is why I keep on asking, what's wrong with Africans? You are busy yapping free Palestine, free Gaza, free whatever. But you're not talking about what is happening in Africa. We have 74,000 children trapped in Timbuktu. We have 136 women, men and women trapped in Timbuktu. But nobody is talking about this. And remember, these are the jihadists. They are the militants holding captive of these people. So what is the, we don't even know what is the next move. We don't know what might happen to these people. They might die suddenly, a sudden death, and that's it. We shall now start saying we are mourning the death of Malians, of which we never sent aid to, of which we never talked about helping them. But when they die, we shall be mourning and sending condolences messages to Mali. It is so crazy. And in West Africa, in some parts of South Africa, and also in the northeastern Africa, there's a lot of silent genocides that are happening, but nobody is talking about this. Look at Congo. We have 3,000 people dying every day, losing their lives every day in Congo. Now imagine, we are counting how many years of war in that country. More than 2 decades. What is Kedi doing? What is he doing? And who is talking about this? Where is the UN? And the UN claims that they are bringing unity. Where's the unity they claim to bring in Africa? And this is how you see now these people are just useless. They are useless associations made to destabilize Africans, because they keep on telling us we're sending aid to that country, we're sending aid, but their trucks are always moving in. We don't know what they are taking because aid never gets there. Right now in Timbuktu, these people, they don't have food, they don't have water, they don't have bathrooms and washrooms. So tell me, where are they supposed to eat? What are they supposed to eat? What are they supposed to drink? We're just waiting for their death. They're just there waiting for their death. And we're just here, not even sending a grain to those people. It is so sad and it is so crazy that this is happening in Africa. But all African states do is talk about free Palestine. We even have our parliamentarians going with the flags, the Palestinian flags in the parliament, but they never talk about how we can free Africans, how we can free the Sudanese, how we can free the Congolese people. Right now, the Malians. It is so sad. But more than 136,000 people, including an estimated number of 74,000 children, are trapped in the historic northern Mali city of Timbuktu. The NGO Save the Children has said. The NGO on Monday also warned that the trapped are running out of essentials items like food and medicine as armed groups block their entry into the city. With official aid routes completely cut off, supplies are dwindling, and the agency fears the remaining services in the city may need to end soon if a resolution of the crisis isn't found, the NGO said in a statement. The NGO also said that it has received reports of children being maimed or killed by explosive devices, while others are being recruited by armed groups. Imagine this is what is happening. Now they are recruiting children to their armed groups, and these children will be the ones now coming to destabilize that country in the next few years. But nobody is willing to send aid. Ruto is busy sending his soldiers to Haiti where they are not wanted, but he cannot send them to Mali. You know, it is so crazy. Kagame is busy backing up the M23 rebel groups instead of helping a country in need like this. It is so crazy and it's so sad because now imagine training. They are training young children to become terrorists. And this is how they recruit. They recruit their terrorist groups, because if they attack the whole town and they take like 10 children and they start recruiting them from a child, these people will become terrorists. But Timbuktu, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, has been under siege by Al Qaeda linked jihadists since August. The jihadists have banned trucks from neighboring regions against entering Timbuktu, causing shortages and skyrocketing prices of food, fuel, and other necessities. Jihadist attacks on the city have also forced more than 33,000 people to flee, according to the UN. It is just crazy, and I hope somebody is willing to send aid to these people, because they will be all dying if we don't. They will be all dying. But I see Jiba Jaba is saying, is this the, yes, it is the UNHRC refugee camp in the desert region of Timbuktu. Yeah, it is. And also you're asking who blockades a major city without the National Guard coming in to remove them. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And it's like their mission is to make sure all these people die. Because how is this happening? There's a blockade. We have not even had any attempts of the government trying to rescue those people. We have not had. Have you heard where I've even read that the government has tried to do something to rescue even the children? Nothing. They're just letting those people die. They're just letting those children being recruited into the terrorist groups, and it is just crazy because we've not had where the government is sending aid. It is not even sending its army there. It is not. And it's like these people are working with the government because why isn't the government sending help to these people? It is so sad. This one is so sad because imagine 136,000 people. And you've heard some of them are being killed by explosives. They are just being bombed to death. Now imagine what would happen. It is within a blink of an eye, those people, all of them are dead. And the government will be like, we are marking a whole week of mourning and putting the flag and raising the flag half-mast, but nobody was willing to send aid. No troop is sent there. These governments are just crazy sometimes. If you think about the government, you just feel like it's a whole crazy nation we're living in. Because tell me how a whole city like that is in the side of the deserts, it's attacked by jihadists, but the government is doing nothing. It's just letting their people get killed. The children get recruited by the terrorists, and that's it. Anyway, let me know what you think about this, because at the end of the day, we need to help that country. We need to help that country. And we need to help as Africans. We don't need to help as Jiba Jaba, as unsung, and when we all need to send aid to that country. Those people need our help, but who is sending aid to them? You will not see Ruto sending aid to those people. You will not. But he will send his military to Haiti. You will not see Kagame sending aid to Mali, but you will see him backing up the M23 rebel and sending his troops to Congo. We are busy undermining other African countries instead of helping each other, instead of uniting and helping each other to fight the jihadists and the Islamic militants, but we can't help each other. It's so bad. This one is so bad. And this is why the Europeans and the white man takes advantage of us, because they see the disunity. We lack unity as Africans. We lack unity. Because right now, if we were united as Africans, I bet all African countries should be sending troops to Mali to help them fight the jihadists and rescue those children and women, men and women. But what are they doing? They are not even bothered. They are not bothered. We have stupid parliamentarians taking the Palestinian flags to the parliament and saying free Palestine, but they can't talk about what is happening in Congo. They can't talk about what is happening in Mali. They cannot talk about what is happening in Sudan. And this is so wrong. It is so wrong. African people, we need to do better, and we need to start getting united, because this disunity will not take us anywhere. It won't take us anywhere. But anyway, remember to talk to me. Remember to tell me what you think about that as we get to continue with our show for today. And heading on to the next topic, this is about Ramaphosa's speech, and we have claims that the Ramaphosa's speech was written by a chatbot, and it's it's funny that now it was written by a chatbot. We used to think that their speeches are written by maybe their bosses, but right now we are seeing that Ramaphosa's speech was written by a chatbot, chat GPT. This one is crazy. It's crazy. Me, I thought they get speeches from their bosses, but what? This shows that now these people, they don't even care about you. They just need to get a speech to read to you, and then that's it. But the South African presidency is investigating whether parts of President Cyril Ramaphosa's speech last week were written using the artificial intelligence chatbot GPT. A local media report. It follows claims online that a section of the speech delivered last week at an educational forum by President did not come from the president or his speech writers. The president's spokesperson, Vincent Magwenya, denied this, saying they do not use AI tools for content such as speeches. He said that parts of the speech were written by the Department of Education for the President's office, adding that they were following up regarding the source of the content. The use of AI to produce speeches or any other material is unacceptable, and action will be taken should these reports prove to be correct. Mr. Magwanya was quoted by the South African news outlet as saying, "It is okay. What are you trying to fight about and argue about? It is clear that the whole thing was written, be it written and everything. It's just clear that you don't write your speeches. It's just clear that you don't mean whatever you come to tell your citizens. There is no need even to come and tell us that it was not written by the AI, it was not written by the chat GPT. I thought these people, most of their speeches are written by their bosses, but I've come to realize some of them now get they get their speeches from the AI or the chatbot. But at the end of the day, this is a clear image of what we're talking about. These people, they never care about what is happening. They just want to give a speech and go home and go somewhere else. They are not there to waste their time with you. They are not. They are not. They are not there to waste your time or their time with you. But as we continue, still in South Africa, we have 11 miners who have died in South African accident, and 11 miners have been killed in an accident at a platinum mine site in South Africa, according to mining company Implats. And this is crazy because you'd find now the reason these people died, it's because of they were mining while they were not even wearing protective garments. They were mining at night, but the accident happened on Monday afternoon at Impala Rustenburg in the Northwest province. The company spokesperson, Johan Theron, told BBC that 86 people were involved in the incident and that 11 of those had died. Some of the other people affected have sustained very serious injuries. The mine rescue operation has concluded the investigations into the injuries. Into the incident have commenced, that the spokesperson added. He said the incident involved a winding rope connected to the lift, which hoist people up and down to the mine shaft. The lift started moving downwards unexpectedly. He said, "It is so crazy and this is so sad. I hope these people or the family of the bereaved find a peace during this hard time. But also, it is up to the government and check some of these mine sites, because we know some of these people are mining illegally and they are employing people without even the consent of the working environment, without the consent of how is it that now these people, their safety is not guaranteed in this mindset. And it is so sad. It is so sad because now losing people in this mindset, and these people are people's breadwinners, and somebody is waiting for their dad to come back home with the food, and the dad doesn't return because of somebody's negligence. It is so sad. It is very, very sad. But also, this is up to the government to tighten up some measures that these mindsets are not practicing. But Jiba Jaba is saying our youth need to embrace Chat GPT and other artificial intelligence application. It's the future. Yeah, it's the future. It might be the future in some areas, but it is right for the president to give us speech from the AI chatbot. It is right for the president to give a speech from the AI chatbot. I don't think this is right, and I think this is very wrong and should be stopped. But anyway, family, do let me know what you think about it, because I think this is very wrong and should be stopped. But anyway, family, do let me know what you think about it, because okay, I'm back and I'm sorry about that. And yeah, our internet is terrible today, and you just have to bear with us. And I say that now the place that needs internet improvement is Kenya. But anyway, family, I think we shall wrap it up right there. Asanteni sana for keeping it interactive. Thank you very much, Jiba Jaba and Sankenwan, and to the rest of the silent listeners. Also to those who joined me on TikTok, Lil Nish, and to the rest of the silent listeners. We also had Andy Miles. We also had Lawrence Mwendwa, and to the rest of the silent listeners. Asanteni sana. Hope to see you later in the streets of Rongai. Remember, we will be back with the word of the street. Kwaherini, enjoy the rest part of your day, and see you later.
Greetings and salutations, Master Hughes Andrew Robinson, all the way in Switzerland. And you're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio. And you're listening to the African Diary Show with Kathy. Massive. Stay tuned.
money. One way they do me winchy winchy, she they do like vision so so.